Hi everybody, thank you for joining me in today's episode of our Pilates Basic Exercise series. Today we're going to have a look at 3 exercises in a seated position, which are going to mobilize our spine and activate the core a little bit. They are called spine stretch, twist and saw, which is in the end a combination of the 2 of these. My name is Gudrun Kohler. I'm a Pilates and yoga teacher. Happy to have you here with me. So, let's start. We will do all these exercises in an upright seated position with ideally our legs extended, so in a long seat. For many of us it's difficult to maintain our pelvis really effortlessly in this upright position. If you're one of these persons and find yourself slumping back a little bit or having extreme stress in your hip flexors to be able to maintain the pelvis in a neutral position, please use a prop. Use a pillow, use a block, use whatever is necessary for you to just sit a little bit higher and take out this extreme stress, this stretch from the back of your legs. If even this is not enough for you for whatever reason, bend your knees. Yeah? So what's important is pelvis is upright. Legs are ideally in a long seat. If not possible, they are not in a long seat. Full stop. Okay. First exercise is the spine stretch. I show it once first, then we talk about it. So spine stretch would be arms reaching out and I roll it down to the utmost extent. My pelvis stays upright and I come back again. So the idea is it's a full flexion throughout the whole of my spine. Pelvis absolutely upright. One thing up front, it's often mixed up with a hamstring stretch. A hamstring stretch here would tilt my pelvis. Yeah, this is nice. This gives me a wonderful stretch at the back of my legs, but this is no stretch in my spine. So we want a spine stretch. Pelvis maintained neutral. Second thing is we often slump back and round here and think this is the perfect spine stretch. No, this neither. Pelvis stays neutral. And you will find this is not so easy. You need a lot of core strength to be able to maintain this upright pelvis. And this is one of the most important parts of the exercise. So, let's start. For the first spine stretch which we will do it without our arms, so just press your hands against each other, press your palms against each other, and your thumbs against your breastbone. So you don't have to worry about your shoulders. On the inhale, grow out from your waist. And before you go into this movement now, into this rolling down, you imagine you're picking up through your buttocks. Your sit bones want to narrow, you're really lifting up before you roll down. On the next exhale, you gently roll down, chin to chest, one vertebra in the neck area after the other comes into motion, one in the cervical area, in the breast area. You go down as far as you can, and when you can't go any further, you imagine your ribs want to go away from your thighs. The back of your breast cage is pulling up to the ceiling. You pull your navel in and up and support your pelvis to maintain its neutral position. And then on the next exhale, you come up vertebra by vertebra, again starting with your lumbar spine and the thoracic spine, then the cervical spine. So it's like you were building up your spine one piece after the other, like some Legos. So next, arms are extended. This is the standard position of the spine stretch, and you try and lead your arms in a parallel lines or parallel to the ground. Inhale, lengthen, pick up through your buttocks. On the exhale, roll it down vertebra by vertebra. Arms are reaching out. You round, you send away your ribs from your thighs. Active core, active pelvic floor muscles. On the next exhale, come back again, vertebra by vertebra. Shoulders go away from the ears. And here we are again. Okay, so let's do this 4 more times together. Send your shoulders away from your ears, and on the exhale, roll it down, curl it down. One vertebra after the other goes into motion. Take your time here. Suck in your belly, activate your pelvic floor muscles. On the next exhale, you come up again and back. Just a remark about the feet. You can have the feet in flex if you want to have even more stretch, or you can have them in Pilates stance in a gentle external rotation, heels pressing together, feet in point. You decide. Shoulders go away from the ears. Pick up through your buttocks on the inhale, on the exhale, roll it down, reach out with your arms. One vertebra after the other goes into motion, and send the back of your back up to the ceiling and come back again one last time. And shoulders away from the ears, whoops, pick up and you go down into your spine stretch. And you come up again, vertebra by vertebra. If you feel it very difficult in the beginning to identify where your pelvis is going, use a wall. Do your first spine stretches maybe just against the wall and roll down one vertebra after the other, and you will immediately find what your pelvis is going to do and have this proprioceptive feedback. So, next exercise, twist. No surprise, we will rotate our spine. And again, we will rotate our spine without any additional pelvic movement. Yeah? So, if you are in a long seat, press your heels together for the first, or place your feet against the wall. You can take them a little apart, or you can keep them together. Place your feet against a wall so you find out where the movement that really comes from your spine stops and where you would shift your legs against each other. You try to keep your heels nicely pressed against each other. Again, lift up through your buttocks, grow. Place your fingers on the AC joints, acromioclavicular joints, the ones here up, these little bumps of both that are standing out. Elbows wide, shoulders away from the ears. And on the inhale, lengthen even more. On the exhale, you rotate one vertebra after the other, like we had it in the very first class. One vertebra after the other comes into motion. You think you're pressing away a book, and you're returning again. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, active core muscles, active pelvic floor muscles, and one vertebra after the other goes into motion even further, and you're pressing up something and coming back. 2 more times on either side. And other side. Also here, you can have the feet in Pilates stance. You can have the feet gently apart, whatever you prefer. The only important thing is pelvis stays neutral and you rotate. You could imagine you're rotating only from the waist upward. Lumbar spine will in any case follow. So, and that's it. We do one last where I give you these additional hints for how you can intensify the muscular movement. You grow again, pick up through your buttocks, we rotate to the right, like we did it before. When you reach the end of your range, you imagine still growing on the inhale, and on the exhale, you think that the back of your right breast cage wants to pull towards your spine, and the front of your left breast cage wants to reach out and overtake the right side. And you come back, same to the left. Rise and rotate. And as you're in your rotation to the left, you imagine that your back left ribs want to reach your spine, and that your right front ribs want to reach maybe your breastbone or overtake the left part of your thorax. And you come back. So this was the basic twist movement. Now we're adding the arms, and that's the only difference, yeah? And the only thing that I'd ask you is you do your, let's rotate to the right, you do your rotation, and the rotation ends when the spine ends the movement. So it's not necessary to just pull the arms further. We don't need it for this exercise. So this would be the traditional Pilates twist. Inhale, lengthen, and spine rotates. And come back once more right. And once more left. And back you go. And that's it. And the third exercise is called saw, and is in the end just a combination of these two. I'll show it once and we'll talk about it in detail. You have have your feet now approximately mat width or a little bit further apart. So it's a slight abduction, it's a V shape, but not too far apart. Arms are extended and we do our twist like we had it before. So we twist as far as we can. And from this position on the next exhale, we curl it down and do in this rotation with our ribs and our hips diagonally pulling, we just do a forward fold, a spine stretch. Just a rotated one. So twist and spine stretch. And now it's called saw because my little finger wants to saw away the little toe here. Yeah? You can imagine your right arm is pulling back. You're maintaining this diagonal connection. My left ear wants to hear what my kneecap is going to say, and I'm reaching out here and coming back. That's the exercise. Let's do it together on the other side, and I'll explain it in detail. I'll talk you through it again. Arms are extended and raise up, pick up through your buttocks. Twist to the left as far as you can, and then maintain this twist. Remember the connection right ribs to left hip, and go into your spine stretch in this rotation. Your right arm, your little finger of the right hand wants to reach the little toe of the left foot. Your ear wants to hear, your right ear, what your kneecap is saying. Your left hand is pulling back, back, back. Head is pretty much relaxed. And up we go again. We end up in our twist and come back. So let's do it together 2 more times on either side. Pick up through your buttocks and rotate to the right. And go to your spine stretch, reach out, head is pretty much relaxed, come back. And lift, twist, spine stretch in addition to the twist, and come back to center, to the right, suck in your belly, activate your core, helps you to maintain the pelvis in its position. And last one to the left, rotate it and roll forward, reach back, send out your breastbone, maintain the rotation, come back, and that's it. So much about these exercises. You will find one of them for sure tomorrow again, namely the first one, the spine stretch, when we are performing the roll-ups tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining me today, for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. Thank you.